Hey dudes, we have been on a tear lately, increasing efficiency using redstone, and today is no different. TheeRealDuke, it's all happening right now. What is going on, dudes? How you guys doing? It is TheeRealDuke. I'm coming to you from my Skyblock island on the Empyrean Skies custom Skyblock server, brought to you by the cool dudes that brought you Infinite Heights, fun, survival, Minecraft community. I'm just kidding, those dudes are a bunch of jerks. No, they're cool kids. Cool kids, a community you should think about joining. If you have not already, lots of cool kids there. We have fun, just nice people. Just nice people having a good time playing some Minecraft together. So, welcome. Thank you for checking this out. Last episode, I went into the Nether, and I got a bunch of Nether stuff. One thing I forgot to get was soul sand, so I can't grow this stuff yet, Nether wart. So I'm gonna get some potions happening. Not sure exactly what I'm gonna do with those potions. I just kind of, you know, for completeness sake, I'm gonna get those done if I can. But mostly this Nether quartz. Now I'd like to build with Nether quartz, maybe, but what I actually want to do with it is create some hopper timers. So I got some stone brewing here. Smooth stone happening. Let's throw in another stack to be converted. I'm gonna throw the smooth stone up in here so I just know where it is. So, oh yeah, right before I started recording, I enchanted this and I got this and I was disappointed. I thought you should know. I wanted to do it on camera, then I was like, oh, if it's Bane of Arthropods, then I'm gonna look like an idiot, but I ended up showing you anyway, and I don't know why, but maybe because you could feel my pain. Have you done that? I know you have. I know you've done that. But anyway, so we're going to do the hopper timer, and so the Nether quartz allows us to make comparators. Comparators will allow us to make things like hopper timers and sorting systems. Sorting systems will come in handy with things like these mob drops over here. That's going to be sweet because they are really annoying for me to sort into these chests, but I simultaneously need to do that. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chests, and they will be just like they are here. Now I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to that today because it's going to be kind of a bit of work to do. It's going to take some time. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish that today. My primary concern is this mess here. We need to simplify this action because it is just a huge... Not only is it a waste of space and ugly looking, but it's a little bit more laggy than just a tiny little hopper clock could be. So we want to save some system resources if we can. But really what I want to do actually also, as I increase the efficiency of this system by adding the hopper clock and save some space, I'm going to increase functionality. So I'm going to throw a switch onto a sticky piston, and then that sticky piston is going to put out a solid block that will complete the circuit to enable this to spit out. Because basically, so okay, crap. You get, well, look, you see them all there? See them all right there? Yeah, that's a bummer. That's not supposed to be. I don't know why I did that. I could have just thrown it in there. Anyway, so for those that get sucked up, this needs to be on. And if the clock that runs... So this big clock right here runs the piston crusher, number 1. Number 2, it runs the spider burninator. Number 3, it runs this, my sugarcane tower. And number 4, it runs when the new picks are spit at me on my auto AFK cobble mining setup. This means that for that to work, this clock also has to be on, which is a friggin' butt cheese. So I'm gonna wire them in together. I'm gonna try and wire them in together to make a little bit better solution so that when I hit one switch, they're both able to come on. So that's my idea. I'm gonna get that done today. If we can get to a sorter, we'll get to it, but that is what I have on the docket for today. I also maybe want to run into the Nether and grab some soul sand so I can get working on that Nether wart farm, but I'm not sure if that's going to pan out. It might be interesting, might not. I'm not sure if I'm going to show that to you guys. We'll see what happens when I'm there. Hopefully I won't die, but I do have this new blingy armor, which is nice. So there's that. And I also have this solid sword, which is good. But anyway, so I'm going to get working on that hopper timer. I'm going to throw it up real quick. destroy all this crap, and then I'll get back to you guys so we can talk a little bit more about it. Alright? BRB. Okay, so good news is I created a couple more efficiencies. So one thing I thought of that was good is there used to be a pulse limiter here, which would turn this signal into just a little quick pulse. Then this splits that into 2 pulses, which turns the dispenser with the lava bucket off and then on and then back off right away to burn those spider dudes. So there's that one, which I got rid of. There was one right under here, which did the same thing, just to switch this T-flip back and forth for the Crushinator. So that one's gone also. And so instead of those 2 over there's just this one here, which was in place anyway for this. So I just kind of peeled this off from the side there and ran it that way. I'm going to throw a couple more torches in here. I should probably close that. Close that hole into oblivion. There we go. Probably throw torch. Okay. Maybe go ahead and just fill on that all in, up and up, fill it up. Okay. So there's this over here too. Boy, I don't even know. Let's see. Alright, so I built that down there just obviously so I wouldn't fall. But here's the basics of the hopper clack. So there's a hopper here. And when there are items in a hopper, it creates a signal that can be picked up by this little guy here, the comparator. And as soon as that happens, it creates a pulse. Now this is a sticky piston and this is a sticky piston. And so these hoppers are facing into each other. They're pointed into each other. So the items flow. The items wouldn't really do anything, right? Unless one was closed. And one gets closed by having this signal go to it. So this might sound a little confusing, but bear with me. It makes perfect sense. So whenever there's a signal going to a hopper, it stops the hopper. Okay? So that creates a flow going from one hopper to the other. So items can't come out of this hopper, or can't come out of this hopper now because this is next to it. So they flow into it from this other one. As soon as there's no items in the one hopper, in this hopper, okay, what's going to happen is, because there's a pulse here, there is current here, it's going to shut that off, and then this switches back over. And then it just keeps flopping back and forth as it fills and then empties. So it's going to switch, just like that. So then I just pull current right off of this dude. No biggie. And then the more items you put in, the longer it takes for the hopper clock to switch back and forth. Now, it's not a regular amount. It's like 3.5 ticks instead of 4 ticks per item, which is weird, but I just round up to 4 and it works fine. Just, just screw around with it, add a couple more items, take a couple away. I think it's a little too fast. We'll throw another one in. Whatever. Alright, so that's basically one of the big things I wanted to accomplish today. Definitely leave me any comments or questions you might have about the hopper timer and how I switched everything over and stuff like that. Check. Ooh, just quick dip down to 37 FPS. No big deal. I got 80 freaking mobs up there. That's awesome. Anyway, so I keep every time something happens. I think it's actually this that's killing me. But I get just take a hit in the FPS. Anyway, so what I want to do next is somehow create a switch that will break or complete that circuit, and then simultaneously stop this one. So let's see how we can do that. I'm just gonna see if I can do that real quick here. So let's build out a little bit. I'm actually gonna pause this for a second. There we go. I wonder if Somebody's got a massive farm that's hogging stuff because this thing is creeping. Anyway, so I need to shut this off. Or have, yeah. So this off means an on current, and this off is an off current. So let's see. I'm gonna do that off camera. I'm gonna work out a couple details, a couple bugs real quick. See if I can't make some more sense out of it, and then I'll bring you guys back in. Sound good? Cool, BRB. All right. So we are about done here. So you can see the sticky piston right there. See what I'm talking about? So when that pops up, it's going to complete the circuit. And then that's going to make the dispenser, which is just above those blocks right there, spit out a pick, which we need. And then but then also over here. So this was the difficult part for me, which it wasn't actually that difficult. I'll just hop down here real quick and show you. I got some torches down here, though. So for this clock to be off, it needs to be powered, okay? For this to be off, it needs to be unpowered. So I had to simultaneously, with the flick of a single lever, power/unpower two different things. So that was it. But all I did was I ran a line from here over to the piston to make that pop up to complete the circuit, and then I just have a torch here which just inverts the signal. So when power is going to here, this torch shuts off, which unpowers this, which allows this clock to run, which refills this with picks. All right. So what you're watching is right there. So that's gonna pop up. Just like that. And as that pops up, that circuit gets completed, and then this is allowed to tick, obviously, which it is doing. This stays up. So then when the signal from this goes through this pulse shortener, it makes this torch flash, which drops this. Now, this is actually a bud switch, so this will stay in this position until this is unpowered. So let's just do that real quick. Okay. So I'll turn this off so it stays up. So it should shut off, and as soon as you'll see this torch flash, and then it turns off. Next time through. It'll happen. I promise. Boop. Okay, so that works, and that's done. Let me put these back. Let's go into the Nether. Let's see what happens here. It's probably nothing good. I got my shovel. I got my bow. Got some arrows, and I'm probably not gonna need an axe. I'll bring some picks. Yes, let's go. Try that again. There we go. Yay. Alright. I always forget which way to go when I come out of here. And I always go the wrong way. Invariably, I always choose the wrong direction. So we got the public spawn, or the public portal set up. And it's right in here, but you need to demonstrate that you can actually get through it, like I explained last episode. Alright, here we go. Soul sand. I can get 16 soul sand. Okay. That sounds really close. Which does not make me feel great. I mean, you guys know how much of a huge wuss I am in the Nether anyway, right? So, let's go back this way where there's cover a little. Sounds like he's right there. Come on, looting sword. Give me some of those. Oh, jeez. No idea where that came from. Right there. Okie dokes. And these little dudes. think we're trapped in here. All right. It's gravel. Ha! Oh, gas tier. Yeah, plus gunpowder. Still probably shouldn't have just come sprinting out into the open like that, but I got excited. So let's see. Soul sand, soul sand. Where you at, soul sand? Shovel at the ready. I'll grab whatever's here. I'm just gonna grab a little bit more. And now I'm gonna cheese it. Mission accomplished. Alright, so not a bad haul. Throw that in there. Let's throw some gunpowder in here. So, you know, I think that was a good move. I'm glad I got this soul sand. Now we can get that going. I think that's gonna happen next episode. I also want to talk about mushroom farming next episode. So I don't know what the frick I'm gonna do about that, but we'll try and figure something out. But that is it for this episode. Thank you, dude, so much for taking a second to check out my videos. Thanks for checking out my channel. I do appreciate it. If you have not already, please give it a look-see. Might be something that you like. If you have any ideas for me, also, I'd love to hear from you. So just drop me a line in the comments. Again, let me know what kind of stuff is up with your Skyblock island. Or if you haven't started Skyblock yet, you're just waiting for it, you know, you're afraid of the grind a little bit or something like that. You got any questions about the nature of Skyblock, you know, drop me a line too. I'd love to hear from you, dude. So, you know, again, that is it for this episode. I do genuinely appreciate every single like, comment, view, and sub. Thank you guys so much again for checking this out. I do appreciate it. That is it for me. It's TheeRealDuke. I'm out.